This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 880 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is from the Horsemanship Radio Show right here on the Horse Radio Network. Show host Debbie Laux is joined by Joel Baker for a chat about how he keeps his polo ponies happy and healthy on the many long-distance trips they take around the world. And we'll get right to our tip after this from Kentucky Performance Products. Spooky, tense, edgy, unfocused. If these words describe your horse, a calming supplement could make training easier and riding more fun. Trouble-Free Paste from Kentucky Performance Products is scientifically formulated to support proper nervous system function and help your horse maintain a more confident, focused, and relaxed disposition. Trouble-Free contains a blend of ingredients that support your horse's normal nerve cell and muscle function and is available in a convenient 80cc oral dosing syringe containing two 40cc servings. Ask for Trouble-Free from Kentucky Performance Products at your local feed and supply store or go to www.kppusa.com.
So this is Horse Sense with Joel Baker, and we're happy to have him here to share a little bit of his intuitive knowledge after 30 plus years, Joel, of being on the road with polo ponies and keeping them healthy. We'd like to know a little bit more about polo and that travel that is critical to getting from Florida to the Western United States to suddenly you're in Dubai. And how do you keep all those horses healthy?
Well, it's amazing how the horses travel, and they travel very well as long as we can keep them, with water and feed. And so I found, like going to Florida, if I don't trailer more than 12 hours a day, and then give them 12 hours of rest, and usually in a bigger turnout area where they can walk around and they can free feed and drink, that they'll arrive very refreshed and can start competing within the week. When we're flying the horses like to Argentina or Mexico or other places, it's quite a bit easier because they're usually not on the airplane more than 8-10 hours, and so they still get that same refreshment.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you use electrolytes?
Yes and no. It depends on the weather. If we're shipping in the wintertime, usually not. But if we're shipping in the summertime, we try to, electrolytes or Gatorade, put in the water, things to help them stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm. Do you have special boots that you put them on, or is it just the traditional wraps?
Polo is interesting. We don't. We put them in these gooseneck trailers and more or less together, but we put them at almost a 45-degree angle, and so it's hard for them to step on each other the way they're lined in the trailer, and they lean back and forth. So I've shipped with boots, and when we fly, we usually put boots on them because they're in stalls and they're more apt to be climbing the sides if the plane gets rough. But in shipping cross country, we can usually get away without doing that. And a lot of the newer gooseneck trailers we use have dividers, so the horses are in separate stalls, but they still can spread their legs underneath to give themselves balance.
Yeah, good. So do you have any funny stories? What's the funniest story you've ever heard about traveling? Good ones. Good funny stories.
Oh, boy.
Be careful.
Nothing really comes. Thank goodness nothing comes to to light. We've been, with all the traveling back and forth, we've been very lucky and trying to plan things out well, make sure the tires are right. That's an important thing, is make sure if your trailer's been sitting, it's probably going to, the tires are probably starting to rot, and they're going to blow out the second day. So I've found that if I'm not using my rig, I will jack it up and probably keep it out of the sun, keep the tires out of the sun to try to keep them from rotting out. But besides just watching for the blowout on the trailer and just keep them steady, it's relatively easy to move the horses around these days.
Great. Well, thank you for that tip today.
Well, there you go. You can find lots more tips on topics ranging from barn care to websites for horse people at horsetipdaily.com. Just look for the topics drop-down menu on the left. And you can listen, learn, and enjoy the Horsemanship Radio Show every week at horsemanshipradio.com. And now you can have all of your favorite Horse Radio Network shows with you wherever you go with the free Horse Radio Network app for both iPhone and Android. Just go to your app store and search Horse Radio Network. Download it today. It's free. And don't forget to support our sponsors here on Horse Tip Daily because they really do make these podcasts possible. Today's podcast has been brought to you through the generous support of Kentucky Performance Products. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.